The hospital corridor was silent except for the soft hum of machines and the distant shuffle of nurses moving about. A little girl sat on the edge of her bed, clutching her tiny hand, tears streaming down her pale cheeks. She whispered, trembling, "My hand hurts so much." Her voice was weak, almost fading, as though she was afraid that no one would listen. This little girl's name was Emily. She was only 8 years old, but life had already tested her in ways most adults could never imagine. For weeks she had been admitted in the hospital, suffering from an infection that had spread after a small accident no one had taken seriously at first. Her hand, once soft and full of life, was now swollen, wrapped in heavy bandages. Her mother sat beside her, exhausted, holding Emily close, whispering comforting words that her daughter could hardly hear through the pain. The mother was worn out, her face pale from sleepless nights, her clothes wrinkled, her heart heavy. She had been trying her best, fighting for her child, but behind her eyes was the worry of unpaid bills, expensive treatments, and the absence of someone who should have been there, Emily's father. Emily's father, Richard, was a millionaire businessman. To the world, he had everything: wealth, cars, mansions, and influence. But behind closed doors, he was a man who had drifted far away from the people who needed him most. He had divorced Emily's mother years ago, choosing ambition over family, leaving her to raise Emily alone. He sent money occasionally but rarely showed up. His life was busy with meetings, luxury dinners, and endless travel. But fate has its way of testing hearts. That morning, when Emily's pain became unbearable, the doctors called Richard. At first, his assistant tried to brush off the call as unimportant family matters. But when Richard finally heard the words critical, surgery needed, might lose her hand, something deep inside him shattered. He rushed. For the first time in years, Richard canceled everything, left his office mid-meeting, and raced to the hospital. His car screeched to a halt at the entrance, and he stormed through the doors, his expensive suit out of place in the cold, sterile halls. And then it happened. As he pushed open the door to Emily's room, he saw her sobbing, holding her hand, whispering, "Daddy, my hand hurts so much." The words pierced him like a knife. "Who let it get this bad?" Richard shouted, his voice echoing through the room. He wasn't angry at Emily, nor her mother, he was furious at himself. Furious for not being there, furious for letting his daughter suffer while he chased things that suddenly seemed meaningless. From that moment, everything changed. Richard took charge, ordering the best doctors, demanding immediate treatment, sparing no expense. He held Emily's tiny hand, gently kissing her forehead, whispering, "Daddy's here now. I promise I won't let you suffer anymore." For the first time in a long time, Emily smiled through her tears, whispering, "I knew you'd come." But the challenges were only beginning. The doctors explained that Emily's infection was spreading fast. The risk was that she could lose her hand, or worse, her life. Surgery was needed, but it came with risks. Richard felt his world collapsing. All his wealth, his mansions, his luxury cars, they meant nothing compared to this fragile little girl who only wanted her father's hand to hold. Richard stayed through the night, sitting beside her, refusing to leave. He fed her soup, wiped her tears, and even sang her lullabies he hadn't sung since she was a baby. The hospital staff watched in quiet awe. This cold, distant millionaire was now nothing but a broken father rediscovering what truly mattered. The surgery day came. Emily looked up at him with frightened eyes. "Daddy, will I still be able to draw? I want to be an artist." Richard's throat tightened. He held back tears and promised, "You will, my angel. You'll draw the most beautiful pictures, and I'll frame every single one." The surgery lasted hours. Richard paced the corridor endlessly, his heart racing with every passing minute. For once, money could not buy time. All he could do was pray, whispering over and over, "Please, God, save my little girl. Give me another chance." Finally, the doors opened. The doctor stepped out, tired but smiling. "She's stable. We saved her hand." Richard broke down in tears. He rushed in, seeing Emily asleep, her small hand carefully bandaged but safe. He bent down, kissed her forehead, and whispered, "Thank you for giving me another chance, my little angel. I promise I'll never let you down again." From that day, Richard's life transformed. He moved closer to Emily and her mother, no longer hiding behind his empire of wealth. He spent mornings making her breakfast, afternoons helping her with schoolwork, and evenings watching her draw. Emily's drawings, once simple scribbles, began to bloom into beautiful works of art. Her favorite piece was of her father holding her hand, drawn with bright colors, full of love. But the challenges weren't just about healing her hand. The family had to heal old wounds too. Emily's mother carried bitterness, pain from years of struggle alone. Richard knew it wouldn't be easy to earn back her trust. He apologized, not just once, but every single day through actions. By showing up, by being present, by proving that love was more valuable than wealth. Years later, Emily grew into a confident, talented artist. She held exhibitions where her paintings touched hearts worldwide. At every event, Richard stood proudly beside her, telling people, "This is my daughter. She taught me what love really means." And Emily? She never forgot that painful night when she whispered, "My hand hurts so much," because that was the night her father returned. Not as a millionaire, but as the dad she always needed.